I'm a gamer.
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 What's up, guys? This is Audrey bringing you episode 7 of the Hitchhiker's Guide to Gaming. This week, our contributors are going to be talking about their most rewarding gaming experiences. So here we are.
Generally speaking, the most satisfying part of a game for me is when the end credits start to roll. You have the epic music playing and you get to see this massive team of people, or incredibly small team of people for an indie game or something, that have created this wonderful thing that you've spent the last God knows how many hours trying to get through. And it's kind of a sense of release and accomplishment that's just unparalleled with anything else. I mean, achievements are pretty good, but it's just not the same. It also sort of prompts a sort of mental highlight reel of all the best bits that you had going through the game, and that's quite rewarding as well. If I had to choose a specific single most rewarding experience I've ever had whilst playing a video game, was the first time I beat my dad at Age of Empires 2. The student had finally become the master, and I felt good.
When I think about the most rewarding game experiences that I've had in my life, there's a lot of them that come to mind. There's beating Ocarina of Time on the N64 for the very first time ever. There's the matches of Call of Duty where I've gone, 25 or 30-0 and had just an amazing game. I remember being in a Halo Reach tournament on launch day and placing fourth among actual MLG players. And while all those things are impressive to me and things that have been great experiences in my gaming career, the one thing that tops all of those is getting the Mile High Club achievement in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. That achievement is one of the most annoying things I've ever done in my entire life, and anyone who has the achievement or has tried to and hasn't successfully gotten it will tell you how just annoying it is and how much time they spent on it. I probably spent a good 4 or 5 days trying to get it, or I had to just stop because I got so annoyed that I was about to rage quit and throw my controller through the TV. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten to that last moment and either ran out of time or hit the hostage. But that one time that I actually got the hostage taker was the greatest experience of my life. I literally I threw my controller across the room in joy, stood up and screamed, and it was the happiest I've ever been as a gamer. And my however many years of gaming and my 86,000 plus gamer score, that is the one achievement that I am most proud of anything I've ever done, and the most rewarding game experience I've ever had, because it was this sense of satisfaction that this isn't just I'm not bad at video games and I finally beat it. This is legitimately one of the most difficult achievements to get, and I did it. It shows that I had the commitment to do it, and I didn't rage. I didn't give up on it. I didn't leave it with one achievement left. I got the achievement. I got my 100%, and I was done with that game. I never played it again.
One of the most rewarding gaming experiences I've had is getting an achievement in a game that takes forever, especially when you're completing a game such as Skyrim. Now, it was the Obsidian Walker achievement, and it was glitched, so it took me forever to figure out how to fix it, but finally I got it, and that was one of the most rewarding experiences for me. But personally, I feel going through entire arcs of stories, going through entire plots with characters, going through all of the Mass Effect trilogy, all of Dragon Age thus far, and I'm still looking forward to Dragon Age Inquisition. Experiencing these stories and meeting these characters and seeing these adventures and being a part of them is one of the most rewarding things for me as a gamer.
I find that the most rewarding video game experiences come from games that are challenging, that require thinking about a problem and trying to solve it, thinking of a strategy to try and beat a boss. And eventually the rewarding part comes in defeating said boss or getting around said problem. Another aspect is completing a game, getting 100% of the achievements. I think one of my proudest moments that I found certainly the most rewarding was getting 1,000 gamer score in Dark Souls. Before that, the most rewarding thing I'd done in gaming for me was get all the flags in Assassin's Creed 1 and also get all 1,000 gamer score in Assassin's Creed 1 and 2. I really wanted that to get all 1,000 gamer score in every game in the series, but they put it in multiplayer achievements, which frustrated me, but that's a point for another time. Also getting stuck in a certain area of a game and overcoming the problems or overcoming the challenge that was laid out by the game. Time Splitters 2 is a good example of this. There were challenges to do, and it was rewarding to beat every single one of them once you got onto the higher difficulty ones. Another rewarding experience in games for me comes from Kingdom Hearts and the Final Fantasy games, because the story is brilliant, and just progressing through those games and encountering the whole story that they have to offer is really rewarding for me.
Well, achievements in games are very satisfying. The fact that I'm not all that great at most video games kind of got me to not care about achievements as much. So for me, the most satisfying thing about a game is story completion. The first time I play through a game, I always play through on the easiest mode because I want to know what happens. I want to know the plot. I want to know who is the bad guy and what are their motives and why are they doing this and will the hero prevail and who's going to die and all of this stuff, and I just get really excited about that stuff. It's like my inner writer coming out, like wanting to know what happens, wanting to know what this team of writers came together to do for this glorious game. And when I beat the story mode, it's like, yes, this was so good, and I made it through, and it was worth it. Or on the flip side, your game was bad, and you should feel bad. But I still trucked on through, and I finished it, and that's my way of completing a game.
I'm going to be a stereotypical writer and say that the most rewarding gaming experience for me is one that has a really strong story and really strong characters. I can watch other people play them and they're still really interesting to me. So ones that come to mind immediately are Assassin's Creed with Ezio's storyline. That's really well done. The Walking Dead, which, I mean, everyone talks about how fabulous that story is, and I'm afraid to play the second season because I'm afraid that something's going to happen to Clem. Or even I could watch my fiance play Alan Wake, and I was still really interested in the mystery of the story. So that's what really makes a rewarding gaming experience for me. Achievements are nice, and, pretty graphics are nice and all that, but that's what sells a game to me. Thanks for watching, guys. As usual, you can check down below for the link to our group on roosterteeth.com and to say hi to any of our contributors on the Rooster Teeth website. So, I hope that we see you next time for the Hitchhiker's Guide to Gaming.
Let's try that again. No, I didn't mean to. Okay, well, I hit the button.